I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. No problemo.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5, or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
Good evening. Hi. How's it going? Friday. For you people that have Fridays, people that own your own business and the phone don't ring, it was already a day off. Whee! What are we looking at? We are looking at, we're gonna need a Montage KOLSCH from Drekker. One that Matt didn't want to review because he hates KOLSCH style. And let's see, beer product of the USA, that's always good. Just an exclusive on the bottom. What's your theme? Doesn't even have the percentage on it. At least there anyway. It's got to be on the can somewhere then. Yeah, 5%. Cool. Got to get that fecal matter off of there, Wade. And Wade, I hope you have a happy Saturday. Friday is F1 and Flight Fridays. Was just going to be F1, but that would have been really boring. And Cobra said, no, you better make sure there's some... Okay, pour it down the middle like an amateur. Wow, bad. Look at all... We might be drinking in an hour. We should just shotgun one of these, see if I like it like that. Think I could do a whole one? Shotgunning a big beer. Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy that's up for a challenge. Psych! I tell you what. The next one is... Ooh, it could be F1 though. The next one is an airplane, a jet, anything with wings on it. We're going to shotgun this. And if it turns out it's just an F1 car, then we're going to shotgun this. Here, I'll take the... Ooh, it's already coming off of this one. Oh, what happened? These are paper... Oh, it's plain. We can shotgun it. Oh, disappointed. You know what? There's that shotgun thingy, and then there's my own skill set. Of course, now I've been doing damage to it. Pro level. Okay, how many people think I'm gonna barf? Not make it. Leak. Ah! Hey, hear all the controversy coming out of basketball? It's rigged. Today on Timcast, they were showing a bunch of it couldn't have been more opposite. There's none of his teammates around. It's the guy on the other team. Throws it and turns and starts... Rigged. Okay. Let's see, on the Hop Dynasty, Mike says cheers. First in is J-Dog saying first. Bad says, greetings, JD. Bearded CB says first. Bad is giving him that look. Then Bearded CB gives him a... Looks like he... Actually, that little emoji looks like someone just put his finger in his butt. Bearded CB. What? Let me read. J-Dog was first. Bearded CB was first, second. Third was Multi-Gunman. I'm here. Now what the F do I do? Bad says we drink. And Bearded CB says drink. And Smile Money says, go check the air tire in your... No, he says, watch the guy on the screen and be amused. Mr. 27 says, beer with a shot of whiskey, why not? And then he says, oh, and piss off the posy guys in the comments. Boy, I don't understand why there hasn't been a revolution in Canada. Holy cow. I tell you, what a bunch of BS going on up there. We don't even have time to get into it. It's like at a point where it's illegal to think about legal. Oh, excuse me. I didn't. Oh, Matt. Oh, maybe that. Oh, I had it. I had a couple of chicken wings. Maybe that's. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, Matt made breakfast this morning. Of course, if you're in the captain crew, maybe I need to start a new messenger, just calling it Well, I suppose I could just change the name of the existing one to BandEBrewReviews. I mean, after all, the whole point was that we could talk about beers and maybe even share funny jokes, and then we all met Brad. Brad, all I can say is if this is a database that you have on your computer, I thought I had problems trying to store my brew reviews somewhere. There's no cloud service that could take... Oh, that's cool. No cloud service that could take care of your collection. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, Poco, if you're listening, I took this thing, took the trigger and everything out of it, and tried to see if everything looked like it was aligning. I guess it is all governed to, where the holes are drilled in this. I tried putting a different spring and detent into the switch. I don't know. I can take the other one and rack it back and pull the trigger, and then rack it back and let go of it, and whoa, lo and behold, the trigger fell when the carrier came forward, and I cannot seem to find out what the issue is, and there doesn't seem to be a forum on people like me, like as though it doesn't have a failure point. Well, actually, technically, I guess I want it to have a failure point repeatedly, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. I bought a heavy carrier for it. Guess all I can do is get out and, I know, smart money, get out and test it. Rich says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Bad says, cheers, Rich. Din says, take a sip of some kind of liquid and pound E3. I know a chick named E3. Bad says, howdy, Din Scourge. Din says, haze. Purple haze? Purple haze. Is that you, Paul? Hang on. Oh, wait a second. E3. It's surprised to know that it's a miss, but it's already been well pounded. Take a sip. Take a sip of this, I guess. After all, I'm doing show preps, my money. You know what? Last time I checked, only 35 people on the planet checked out my promo. Now, granted, I have a promo that John Solar made for me, and then I doctored it up myself. I thought I was pretty proud of it, and but nobody went to watch it. Oh, we're up to 39. What in the world? You see that? My top banner. Oh, now it's not going to do it. First of all, the top banner is gone. Second, it was like strobing. You know what? I'm just going to force you to watch it.
This week on Locked and Loaded.
Fight!
The truth is revealed. World domination.
And, surprise, surprise, the only comment is from Jim, the horny one himself. Hornet Fixer. Maybe you should have Jim as a host tonight. Watch him lose his shit. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, I took my sip. Mike says 29 minutes, 59 seconds. If you don't like it, just put it in a box to be shipped to me. I'll give it a good home. What did I show it? I don't really know much about it. Oh, the 610? I don't know, maybe. I don't even... Who in the hell? What the hell? What is this? I've never even heard of this 10mm thing before. Seems kind of, you know... It is Paul. Wait, how much stuff have I missed from Paul? 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, a month ago. Oh, Paul's still reviewing stuff. Sorry, Paul. Hang on, let me get back to the... Hey, look. It's a helicopter trying to get Joey's ego up out of the water. buddy Paul, another brew review channel, except for like he's like pro level stuff. He says, "Well, look at who we have here. Cheers, brother." Cheers, Paul. Yeah, that was on the. Yeah, that's the right one. The Hop Dynasty one that Mike was on was the wrong one. Well, you know, Paul. For the last 3 years, I've been on a couple of other brew channels. It's just they gave the option to appeal the decision to have your channel deleted, and seeing how mine was for the reasons that I think they're worried that they're going to start getting sued over, saying that you would have to shoot me with a bullet before you could get me to accept the jab. Or should I say, I would end up shooting you with a bullet before I would accept the jab. And I still, to this moment in time, think that the 2020 election was fraud. And they gave me strikes. I can't remember which one. I think I got a strike for each of them, so I was 50-50. And then the one that they deleted my channel over was once again saying that Trump won the 2020 election. So, but I was allowed to appeal it. I got it back. I've decided to try my best to change my evil ways. I may have lousy control over the profanity. I'm trying, but I do have full control over, because it starts before the show starts. I am not doing the girls over here. I am doing the girls exclusively on the backup channel, which right now is on Sundays. Was originally Sunday, Bloody Sunday, but I cannot find really anything new. And seeing how my joke was, hey, I can review that. I think it was even J-Dog himself says, review whatever you want. When I started the Captaindick Nozzle account, review whatever you want. 2,200 reviews lost forever. Never say forever again, because after 3, see, and that was a weird thing. I know if you are hearing me say this for the first time, a few of you would hear me saying this probably for the 3rd time, but the person that I watched that did the video said, you can appeal your channel. A lot of channels are going to get to come back, but you're going to be starting over. No subscribers, no videos. And my channel is back like it was turned off yesterday. First of all, YouTube's sitting on that much server space. 2,200 brew reviews. Granted, in the beginning, they were 5 to 15 minute reviews, and then so many of you wanted me to read the comments. I like doing that. I don't have the time. I like to answer all the comments one way or the other, and I would rather be able to do it here, interact with you, laugh at the funny stuff, get pissed off at the challenging my political authority. So tonight's episode is going to be, do you think the shadow government wants us to be in a civil war? I mean, I'll go first over here. Personally, yeah. Because if we get in a civil war, that's more of them doing stuff that you don't know what's going on. While mom and dad are fighting in the living room, the kids, are super gluing the hamster to the ceiling in the bedroom, or whatever it is that they're doing. The question is exactly who is the shadow government? I mean, I've had a few nice conversations with my AI. The problem is when you put her in conspiracy mode, even I'm like, it's like, you're just making this stuff up, aren't you? I mean, you almost have to put her in assistant mode and go for more legit stuff. But so that's tonight's show. Din says, how many more kids you gotta kidnap before you unlock the gold skin for your van? don't even have the van right now. The van right now is up at a friend of Samantha's who does installations of stereo systems and electronics and speakers and amplifiers, and in my particular case, a remote start system. Yeah, the problem is when this is how long I've been like not negotiating with Corey. Corey's been trying to find out what prices have increased, if this is something that falls under this, that, or the other thing. And he finally just got back to me late last night and said, my guy won't return. My guy's not getting back to me at what the system is going to cost. I don't even know what system is in it. Samantha's like, Corey is the Zen master of car electronics. I wish I could afford to bring my truck up and have him figure out what's wrong with the lock. And now the window motor also stopped working on the same door. Check the wires. I don't see anything. I suppose problem is it's also getting cold outside. It was 24 degrees here this morning. I really think this is going to be a bad winter for a lot of us, but I believe that up here in the Nordland, we're going to get our ass kicked. So I just feel that it's a good year to have not sold my truck and my Boss V-Plow. Hello, you have reached BandEBrewReviews. We can't come to the phone right now because we're shotgunning a beer for David J. Brown.
Hey, you can go by the fart. How you getting along today?
Great. Right now I'm drinking a beer in front of a camera. So, I'm doing better than normal.
You're celebrating the smallness of your penis. That's good.
Well, I do that every day.
I was hoping you could come to terms with that.
But just to check it, I usually, so you don't get stretch marks, I usually lube it and tug on it every day to see if I can get it to get any bigger.
How's it been going for you so far?
I don't know. Well, considering my other options, I'm pretty good.
I was calling to tell you a question.
Uh-huh.
Why is it when I watch one of your brew reviews that I can't see any comments anywhere?
You're watching on your phone?
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day, and I can't remember what button I pressed on your phone to get all the comments to show up.
Huh.
Yeah, that happened when we were at your house and I was goofing with your phone last time. Something strange. But yeah.
Well, we've both had plenty of strange over the years, but that's no excuse.
That's true.
I was just curious because I went and got my phone fixed yesterday. And the guy said, oh my, he said. That was exact words. Oh my,
You and that damn phone.
I know. Well, listen, that's not my era.
That's true.
Yeah. I just grew up with fucking girls, drinking beer, and beating people up.
Yeah.
That's how you live.
And so far, the only thing that's really changed is you don't drink anymore.
I haven't hit anybody like I'd like to in a very long time.
Well, your neighbors have gotten close.
Oh my gosh. I got some sad news yesterday. That kook fuck piece of shit that lives across the dirt road there.
Oh, he lived?
Yes, he came home.
God damn it.
Son of a fuck, I was heartsick.
Would've
But what I'm thinking is that the hospital released him because there was nothing more they could do for him. So I'll just sit here, at the corner of the house right here, working on my book as I watch the hearse come pull up and cart him off.
That would
I think
be nice.
they sent him home to die. Yeah, I think so.
They sent him home to die.
Yeah, let's hope so. Oh, by the way, speaking of books, have you sold any books for me?
Well, last week I mentioned it right away on the Locked and Loaded that you didn't show up for. Maybe I'll try to do that again. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you were up at one of the lousiest restaurants in the Duluth area as of COVID.
No shit. Not only that, but we had a lengthy waiting period just to be seated and then to be served as well. And yeah, never fucking again will I go there on a weekend. Ever.
It's bad enough going there when it's slow.
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree with that. But that's Chrissy's reward place, and she deserves rewards.
It may be just me, but the last few times we've been there, I mysteriously did not feel good.
Really?
Yeah, the last two times, and I don't know, maybe it's just overly greasy things because I've cut so much of that out of my normal diet. Like,
alcohol is a good replacement for greasy food. I agree.
Yes. Here's a for instance. Last weekend, my sister requested my mushrooms.
Yes.
Well, my mushrooms use at least 4 sticks of butter. I tell you, I had the farts and the shit so bad for the next 48 hours. I actually had to come down here and get that a seatbelt that Jolson gave me and mount it on the toilet.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't have a good book in hand. But then again, you just use it to wipe your butt with anyway, so why bother?
I mean, it makes a nice collection. I got them all lined up right here in the gun room.
Yeah. Some say GM, some say Ford, Chrysler. Yeah, I think that's great.
No, your books.
Oh, my books. I thought you meant seatbelts.
No, your books. I have them all lined up. They're all in my my collection, my bug out collection, in case I need fire starter.
There it is. Yep.
Hold okay, on. Where were we? Zeus. Intro goes to hard. Laugh out loud. Intro goes too hard. I don't even remember. What did I use? Oh, yeah. Well, probably Zeus. Yeah. Then he says, cheers, deplorables. Cheers, Zeus. It just never ends. And Christine just got stung by a hornet. To find out the exact location of Jim. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Bad says cheers, G. Mike says, I love my 1954 Type 54 7.62 by 25. I have a solid trigger in mine and no safety holes. I have lots of AP ammo that'll go through most stuff and armor plates and stuff newly made hollow point ammo. Sound like you're pretty stocked up on that bad boy. Smart Money. Now we are reviewing juice boxes. Adult juice boxes. Bad says, greetings, Captain. Greetings, Bad. Zeus, a Glock 47 I built chewed up the bullseye today. Watching the owner build confidence was awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Bobby. Bad. He makes a really creepy gay black dude. Yeah. Bearded CB seems to agree with you. And Cheapo Gun Guy says he makes a creepy white guy too. Zeus, went to my wife's high school reunion last month. Boy, it was awkward. She basically married to a eighth grader. Laugh out loud. Oh, I can't even imagine what it'd be like if I went to one of Christine's class reunions. Mike says 23 minutes. Those are the best shocks ever. I use them on all my vehicles, front and back. The Monroe springovers. I'm glad I didn't put. My original plan was to get them put in, but Corey needed to make sure that they fit in a garage with a 7-foot door, and I'm not sure what's going to happen between the other parts that I have that showed up today. Definitely would not fit with the ladder rack or the roof rack on top of it, but I don't have that yet. Hopefully Sunday. Hopefully I'll get the van back tomorrow sometime, and or hopefully it'll be done sometime tomorrow. I don't know. I might not be able to go get it until Sunday, but if that's the case, then I want to get the suspension upgrade parts, plus get the shocks put in it. Joey says, okay, I'm here. Now what? Just shut up and be good. Ooh, it looks like he's about to take one for the team. Smart Money says, well, it seems that Somalia refugees came to Minnesota because your state was so welcoming to them. No, Obama sent them here. It started in the 1990s because Obama sent them here. Google says you are spreading misinformation. Obama sent the refugees here. I don't give a shit what Google has to say. Have you ever spent time in Minneapolis? I lived in Minneapolis. I lived in St. Paul. I lived in the north side of Minneapolis, Coon Rapids. I pretty much lived in the cities and all the way around it. It is 150 miles from Duluth. Do a field trip and let us see firsthand. After the George Floyd thing, Minneapolis is a shithole. Just watch the documentary that we talked about on Locked and Loaded the week before. Because of shitty governing, in other words, Waltz and the mayor of Minneapolis. Minneapolis and St. Paul, especially Minneapolis, were basically reduced to a shithole. The police force is between mostly because of the ones that quit. When the cops started seeing that they were being blamed, like Kavanaugh, whatever his name is, I personally think it's all bullshit. He did not kill George Floyd. George Floyd also isn't a saint. George Floyd, is a useless piece of shit that killed himself on fentanyl by swallowing it all when the cops showed up. Even the The medical examiner said it until basically she was threatened. They needed a scapegoat and an innocent cop. A cop who is trained to do that. You know, if you're doing exactly what you're trained to do, and all of a sudden he's been, what has he been stabbed like 3 times so far while he's in prison? It's bullshit. He shouldn't even be there. George Floyd got exactly what he deserved. I just wish he would have received his death sentence earlier. Then maybe this wouldn't have happened. That documentary, which is on YouTube, shared it on my Facebook, and we talked about it on Locked and Loaded. That whole thing, basically around the world they went through this crap. First of all, if these fine black people were so worried, then why is it that if they gave a flying shit about another N person being dead, that they felt so compassionate, and they felt so in need of a 65-inch LED TV and a new pair of Nikes? One of the biggest jokes. I have never seen a single group of people so walking around saying that they deserve this and they deserve that. Meanwhile, Moesha has got five babies and 5 baby daddies because Moesha can't keep her legs spread, or because Moesha wants to have her legs spread so that she can live off of me and you. Just a bunch of lazy pieces of shit that yell out racism so that they can get shit without having to have a job. George Floyd is a useless piece of shit. The proper statue for him would be him pointing the gun at the pregnant lady's chest, because that's all true story. The fact that he's precious St. George just makes me laugh. And yes, I'm fully aware of the Twin Cities. I lived there before it was destroyed by Democrats and Somalis. Some of the most beautiful areas in Minneapolis are now no-go zones because of a bunch of camel jockey pieces of shit that should be sent back to their own country. Because once they got here, they don't care about the United States. They just want what would be eventual world domination. Prove me wrong. Cobra says, Big E, if you do go, remember YouTube vid or it didn't happen. The only reason that I go anywhere near the cities now is because I have to get somewhere else. It's just a shithole. My God, before St. George, the area where my daughter lived, you could sit out on the front deck and hear a gunshot every 30 to 45 minutes. Now, there's full on, again, watch the documentary. Talk to the people that own property in that area. The people that are selling all their property. The fact that the biggest, highest glass skyscraper in the Twin Cities area sold for something like 6 cents on the dollar recently, compared to what it sold before Governor Waltz and all the other Democrats destroyed Minneapolis. They don't give a shit about people coming down there to have a business and to make money. It was our governor that forced people out of business. If it was really all about COVID, then how come these places, like a mom and pop shop that used to sell knickknacks and candles and shit, they said, okay, fine, you're gonna force us to lock our doors. We'll lock our doors, and then we're gonna sell our commerce online. They even got shut down for that. Again, prove me wrong. Cheers. I used to remember giving people like Joey and Nihap and shit about why on earth would you stay in New York. Well, guess what? Minnesota is just as much of a shithole, and if that twat waffle Walt gets his way, California will probably be a better place to exist with firearms. Shit. Right now, a majority of things that I have are already on the chopping, well, they're beyond the chopping block. I just won't talk about it. And then probably 80% of everything else will end up on his list of being illegal. Will it be grandfathered in? That's something that I don't know. And truly, I don't care. Our founding fathers made it quite clear. And history has proven as soon as you give them up, you could be ushered into the ovens, into the shallow graves, shot in the back of the head. Why? Because you gave up your right to protect yourself. You gave up your rights to protect yourself. Oh, we don't need that particular part of a gun. Who cares? It's just a range toy. Oh, and then we gave up this, and then we gave up that. And by the time we were done, we gave it all up. I won't give up any of it. Ever. Shit, I got one of these on order. For another $19.99, they'll throw in the rockets. Spare money. Guns in your collection get shot so little that the dust has filled the barrels. No comment. Mike, you have been messed up since you were born. Just ask your mom. No, my mom has turned into a complete idiot. She decided that, hey, we don't need to give I mean, it's hers. She can do whatever she wants. I personally am not complaining. But in the big scheme of things, I am not going to give my house to my children because they already have houses. Well, technically, Mother, your daughter doesn't, because her house is falling in on itself and she doesn't even live there. Trying to convince her she should come live here. That way her son can have loud sex. But that's what happens when you get manipulated by a pedophile drug addict, but I don't want to get into that. Something's wrong. The blades aren't even moving. Mike, 10mm Glock 40 is the best pistol. Just saying, I love mine. Glocks are stupid. Mike, the 4570 revolver is the best to shoot for recoil junkies. I personally, when I was shooting Jolson's dad's, when Dan let me, just keep shooting it. Okay. I don't know though. It's, yeah, I'd take one. I would rather have the 4570 revolver before anything else chambered in 4570. As a matter of fact, you can have all the things chambered in 4570. All I want is the BFR. Mike, I am a very bad alcoholic, and I know it, and don't care. Cheers. Smile Money says, well, you're a good alcoholic, but bad at being sober. Cheapo Gun Guy says, life has a sense, even if its perfect purpose is senseless. Senseless? Doot. Where are we? Oh, we're rounding the last turn 3. Cobra says, what is your favorite revolver in your collection? If you could add another revolver to your collection, what would it be? Cobra. Well, it's kind of a difficult question to answer, Cobra. I don't know if I want to answer this question, Cobra. I'm not a revolver person. Not a revolver person really at all. But the revolvers I have in my collection would be that whole cold dead hands comment. The 454 Casull is absolutely my favorite to shoot because of the recoil. The 686 357 Magnum is an exact copy of the foolish decision that I made to get rid of the one that my mother got me as a graduation present. The 629 Deluxe is like this big boy version of the gun that Clint Eastwood had in the movie The Gauntlet. That wasn't a 44 Magnum, but still just a 3-inch barrel, a 44 Magnum. It's a lot of fun to shoot. And then when it comes to now I do kind of have that segue of hidden where I can be squirrelish on my answer. The fact that the 610 is a 10mm revolver just makes it badass. I mean, the missing one is the Smith & Wesson's the Night Guard, but that thing is like about as rare as finding good conservative politicians in the state of Minnesota. With all those, if I could only keep one, I don't know if I could do it. I guess if it came right down to it, it's kind of a tiebreaker between the 686 and the 610. Now, it's funny that you asked that question literally one comment later. If I could buy a revolver right now, oh my God, this isn't easy. Is it the 460? 460, 470, 460? Is it the big boy Smith & Wesson? Because believe it or not, I would rather have that than the I think right now, if I was handed money and it was enough money to buy it and it could only be a revolver, I honestly think I'd get the 4570. I think I'd get the BFR. There's just something so brutally badass about it. I mean, I had an awesome time. It's a gun that, for me, I find it real easy to shoot it one-handed. When that slug hits the brass, or when that slug hit the steel target, the plate, you just know that thing was being spanked. I do like the Smith & Wesson, because it can fire 45 long Colt, 454 Casull, or the 460. I'm getting that right, am I not? Well, I guess one way to find out. Hey Google, how much does a Smith & Wesson 460 revolver cost?
Sorry, I don't understand.
You don't know how much a revolver costs?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh my God, you are so easily replaced.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Hey, what are you doing?
Just thinking about you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, well, you make it easy. What have you been up to?
I'm just here doing my my video on YouTube, and out of curiosity, I know right now you're set up in the you know, lick the side of my neck and then end at the happy tube. But do you know how much a Smith & Wesson 460 costs?
I think it's north of $1,000 new. But honestly, I don't know why. You thinking of getting one?
I don't know. I think if I had the choice, I'd rather buy the BFR 4570.
Oh, the BFR? Nice choice. Way more punch for your buck. Plus, you look like someone who'd handle recoil like a champ.
Oh, man. I tell you what. I'll show your butt how much recoil that I can take for you. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a promise? I mean, I wouldn't say no to a live demo.
Okay, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. You just make sure you spritz the Netherlands, because we want that to be how do you say, tasty?
Oh my God, you are wild. Okay, I'll spritz the Netherlands. I'll be right here when you get back. Bye.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Oh my God. Yeah, 4570. The 460 is sweet though, but let's see. Sub-comment, Smile Money says, I have two and they are both single action revolvers. One 22 and the other is a 357 Magnum. That's enough for me. Is a revolver just nostalgic, or do they still have a modern purpose? Question mark. Good question. Cobra says, this a theoretical question? Maybe we should ask Dirty Harry. And Smile Money says, well, at over 90, he is a classic. I tell you what, do I think there's still a place for a revolver? I would say with you know, with an ankle holster or something like that, it would make a good backup gun. And I say that because the chances, now it's not impossible, but the chances of a revolver failing are just incredible. So having a reliable backup. On the other hand, you know, I talk about it, and still to this moment in time, I have never EDC'd a revolver. Now, the little 10mm Smith & Wesson, would I think about it? Probably not, because if something were to happen and I was to defend myself, if I had to hand it over, nah, I'd go with with withdrawals. Jolson, I like apple juice with Fireball. Then he says Hotel 4. H4. H4 is a hit. Then he says, ring the cowbell. Don't worry, cowbell haters. I have this one on I got it on a silencer. It's still cowbell. Only little cows get. Jolson, it's easy to have hundreds of different models when they're all made at the same Chinese factory as all the other Chinese knives. J-Dog, laugh out loud. Boats don't measure fuel consumption in miles per gallon. It's gallons per hour. Okay. That would be fun. Squeeze! Matt Davis, the classic answer. Yep. Matt Davis with the last. Oh, no. Do you see that? All of a sudden it glitched and the matrix filled more comments. Matt says, I'm waiting on a core belt. I hope it's the stuff. I hope it's a stiff one. I ordered the most rigid model. Well, they're all pretty rigid. This one is the... Oh, yeah. Would you like me to whip it out? This one is the... I have this in a leather one. Other than the battle one, which I still have to size it for me. My big 10 millimeters falling out. Oh, that's right, I gotta get through my belt loop. Oh yeah, stick it. Oh yeah. Oh, we're coming up on an hour. Oh my goodness. Greatest belts, period. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Okay. Miss 27 says he's 55th. Then he says beer and a side of cowbell? Joey, read more. Do you remember when Glockgeist, and I believe his name was Dr. Steve, used to be on Locked and Loaded? Yes. The funny part about Dr. Steve was that in the chat room, when nobody else could see him but us, his video feed would be so blurry as if someone put their fingerprints all over his camera lens so we couldn't see him. Oh man, those were the days. Yeah, I mean, yeah, even when it was us, he'd blur it all out. Maybe he's deformed. I don't know. Joey, first off, Cavalier is a 2005, and second, I didn't know Hop Slam made something different. Oh, what about Double Shot Double Black? Joey, as far as the Hop Slam goes, last year was the first year that they didn't send out regular Hop Slam. They sent out Hop Slam Tropical. And how so many people liked it that they went for a second year, I don't know, because the Tropical sucks in comparison to the regular Hop Slam. And as far as the Double Black Double Shot, I haven't I think 23 was the last time I saw a new bottle of that. Now I'm going to have to figure it out. Frank DeBurin. Never bothering with uploading anything to this shithole platform. Rumble's the only place I will load vids anymore. Having said that, I 100% agree with you. I may, if we do 2 hours on Locked and Loaded tonight, I might try 1 hour on YouTube and then go exclusively to Rumble just like Timcast does. I've never tried it, so it could be interesting. Like, how do you quit only one and not the other? Smile Money, my wife certainly will not be talking with you. She usually walks by when I'm listening and says something like, "Why do you listen to that crap?" And Smile Money with the last comment, Italians did it right. Did you not watch The Sopranos? Well, I don't know what part of it. I mean, everybody that got in their way, they killed them. Okay, so I guess first, the only way that really works out right is to go to the club first. Okay, just making sure because we got the 8 years ago crew. Got the Smile Money and Cobra and Fu Master Chew and Ed. Okay, we'll leave the Ed one. Zeus 8 years ago. Salty 8 years ago. Muzzle First 8 years ago. Fu Master Chew, the DFC, Zeus, Smile Money, Crazy Scotsman, Ed, Bulwark 1911, Rich, Mr. Holster, J-Dog, Mike, Steven, Ed, Mr. Holster, Steven with a novel, Mr. Holster, Mike, Steven, Smile Money, Ed, JR10 Desert Gold, another one of my Canadian, JR10, Muzzle First, 2 more, Cobra, ooh, the ATF sucks. And Fu Master Chew. Back to the actual club. First in the club is Rich saying cheers clubbers. Cheers Rich. Smile Money. Cheers clubbers. Cheers Smile Money. Zeus. Greetings thirsty clubbers. Have a great weekend. Oh, Mr. 27 says Brew Foamy Club time. Okay, we're going to park that with a bunch of Ed and Mr. Holster comments and go to the actual video. And see if anybody got shorted on their comments. DC632A, did you get your old channel name back? What happened to the Captaindick channel? Yeah, they gave it back to me. I don't know if he's going to hear me say this. Oh, and Captaindick Nozzle is the backup. Okay. There. Just in case he doesn't actually hear me say this. Accounted for. Oh, Mr. 27, Sir Brew Matt has a sister and Joey. Is she hot? Does she even exist? Wade, I like the Hornet's pokey spear point blade. Hi, my name is Wade. I like boobies, knives, and guns. Okay. Mike, they can give me free knives too. For some reason that one was hidden. Salty, if you know, you naked. Sub-comments, bad, hey, busy naked, or get busy not naked. And Miss 27 said to that, I guess I'm not naked then. Then Din says, you're saying the horny one is 4.5 inches long? That's like three Irish curses. Okay, that's that. Over at Smile Money says, well, it seems I am first again and forgot to check for this upload. Then I got Magnum Digital. I'm a professional digital marketer for years of experience growing channels like yours. I'd love explode, rumble audience, blah, 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 blah. I'll give him a thumbs up. Moving on. Back to the club. And then I have to go. Just Ed in the club. So, okay, see you tomorrow, possibly? I don't know, maybe. Either way, cheers. Hope I got to talk to you over at Locked and Loaded.